All right, so the matchup is official. It'll be Bucks-Celtics in the first round.
Okay.
Number 2 seed Celtics taking on the number 7 seed Milwaukee Bucks. Gentlemen, what will happen in this series?
Basketball will definitely be played in this series for at least 4 games, I would say.
I like that prediction.
I will say the matchup to me wasn't, if I'm a Celtics fan or a Celtics, well, if you're a player, you don't care probably, but Celtics fan, I don't think it was the easiest matchup for them. I think the Heat would have been a better matchup. A little warmer weather too down there. I know Spoelstra is a great coach.
No, I'm just kidding.
A great coach, and I don't underestimate him. But I just think talent-wise in the Heat, and the NBA, it always comes down to talent. And when I look at the Bucks, I see one of the most talented players in the NBA.
Top 5 most talented players.
No question.
Easily. I mean, easily top 5.
It's not even a question.
And a couple years from now, he could be top 3, 2, top 1. I won't go there yet.
Perhaps.
But Giannis Antetokounmpo, we're obviously talking about. That's a player that, honestly, even if the Celtics were healthy, he'd still give him fits. So this is bad news bears, I think, for a little bit for the Celtics. I still like them in the series, but I think it's going to go at least 6, and I think Giannis is going to absolutely have his way in all 6 of those games.
I think, and I think if you're Brad Stevens, you almost have to let the Greek Freak have his way and try and stop everybody else. You got to play the old school Jordan, old school LeBron game because
it didn't work so well. The Bulls did pretty well with Jordan.
Not for 8 years. It took that long. That's where the Bucks are.
Though.
The Bucks are in that category right now. They're in the pre-championship Jordan category.
Well.
Cavs.
But yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying. But at the same time, you can't just let him run up and down the court all game.
No,
we're going to let him score. We're going to let him
you
go
can't,
very bored. You got to put
if
a
there's
body
open,
or 2 or 3 on the guy.
If there's open court, he's gone. And there's no way around it. This guy's so long; he's almost 7 feet tall and can run one of the fastest court distances of all time. So I mean, my thing with the Celtics is that who are you going to count on for scoring? No Kyrie, obviously no Gordon. So who's your guy? Because I think the Bucks defensively are long enough to guard you. I mean, they have so many long guys on the perimeter. You talk about Giannis, you talk about Thon Maker, John Henson in the paint can get out and guard the 3-point line.
Too, other than,
they have Eric Bledsoe, Chris Middleton.
Back.
I mean,
former rookie of the year.
They don't have Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens can't shoot threes, man.
No, but he could direct the right people to shoot the threes. And the other answer
it's got to be the young guys. It's got to be the guys.
But name them, Jimmy.
It's the young guys. It's Tatum. It's Brown. And it's Rozier.
I'm going to tell you this.
It's Morris.
I'm going to tell you
this. It's the guys who are in there to score. And I'm not telling you, it's not a perfect roster. Clearly, it's not the one that they went into the season with, and it's certainly not the one you thought that they were going to. The starting lineup isn't the one that you thought you were going to see in Game 1 of the playoffs.
There's one guy you guys aren't mentioning.
Is it Rozier?
No, it's Al Horford, who stepped up.
Yeah, I didn't mention him for a reason.
Well, you know what? He stepped up so mightily in the playoffs last season. Everybody started talking about playoff Al. Prior to that, it was average Al, average Al.
Do you think?
But I just haven't seen enough.
We didn't last year at this time either.
But last year they did have other guys, and they had a guy named Isaiah Thomas who kind of took on the scoring load on that team. So Al Horford
was a lesser Kyrie Irving, and now the Celtics
way lesser.
I understand that, but the Celtics don't have anyone like that now. Not even close to Isaiah.
We get it, man. Okay.
Now we're breaking down the Celtics deficiencies.
So what? So Celtics, Bucks in 4? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Oh, relax. I think this thing goes 7. I really do. I think Giannis is that good.
So we're back here at
Did we not see LeBron James back in where was it, 2007 or whenever the
2006
Cavs went to the finals?
Yeah.
He took them all the way. I'm not saying
the NBA was terrible at that time.
I'm not saying Giannis is that good as LeBron was then, but he's similar. And I think he could do that for sure.
I think he probably is as good as LeBron.
Okay, well then yes, that's fine.
I mean, I started off the video by saying how good he is, so I agree with you there. I mean, I do think that this guy is obviously, I'm not breaking news here, he's a matchup problem.
Yes, I'm worried about the Celtics youth right now. I'm not sure. Al Horford and Marcus Morris, are your veteran guys.
Yep.
And a guy that the Celtics will continue to miss until he steps back on this court is Marcus Smart. And I stand by that every day.
And good news on Smart.
I understand that, but
what? He's not going to be back, though.
He's not going to be back.
No, late April.
Can't help him now.
Late April doesn't help you now.
No, I agree. No, listen.
Late April is too late.
He would change the game on Giannis because he can guard multiple positions.
I agree with everything you're saying, but I think you're discounting what Al Horford can bring to this series. And frankly, I think
okay. So you based on what you've seen from Al, you think he's going to take over?
I don't think he's going to take over, Jimmy, but I think he's going to increase his
I think he will too.
I think he can increase what he does, but I don't know if it's enough to fully propel the Celtics.
I don't know if
he's not that type of guy that will score 25. That's not in his DNA.
I don't know if there's many
score 18 and 10. I mean, and he did that.
And that's fine, but I don't know if that's enough to.
He's probably also in the top 5 in defensive Player of the Year this year. I bet you $100 he will be.
well,
let's see if I have 100 in my pocket.
Fork it over.
Okay.
No, I mean, sure, but we're not talking about defense. We understand all those things. Who's that guy down the stretch who's going to fill the bucket up when you need points? That's what you're.
And if you look at a guy like Terry Rozier, yes, he's made big shots this season.
As has Jaylen
He's also
Brown.
been inconsistent at
As
times.
Tatum.
And I think the guy to watch is Jaylen Brown. I think Brown can average 20 in this playoff series.
I think so too.
But we'll have to see. I mean, it's going to be tough, guys. These Bucks are athletic. They can run.
Yep.
And I think they're going to play good defense.
I think you're right on all the above. But they are the underdog, and I think the Celtics will beat them in 6 games. I don't think it's come back.
You going 6 too?
I'll also go. I'll go 6.
I'll go Celtics in 7, but we'll see what happens.
If Jason Kidd was the coach, I'd go Celtics in 4. Actually,
is the coach of the Bucks?
The Bucks wouldn't even be.
I don't know. And guess what? I don't care.